Financial success formula is perhaps the most important formula of our financial lives. When you learn it, you will be able to build your wealth and increase your net worth fast. It will simply catapult you to the next level in your financial life. Almost all self-made millionaires made it because they followed this formula. But if you don't learn and use this formula, you could quickly end up with no money and a lot of financial headaches. In fact, because most people don't follow this formula in their financial lives, they have constant money problems. Okay, let's get to know this super important formula. First, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen this famous Einstein photo? This photo was taken at a class where he was teaching his students about general relativity. But because this photo is a bit blurry, a scientific team led by George Delaney, working at the National Gallery of Arts in Washington, D.C., decided to check if this famous photo was really the original or it was tampered with. That is why they used high-precision X-rays, lasers, microscopes, and software to analyze this photo. And what they discovered shocked them. When the final photo analysis was finished, they saw this. Looks like Einstein wasn't teaching his class about general relativity, but about my financial success formula. Now, why would he do that? And the short answer is because it's much more important for our lives than general relativity. You know, in my career, I made a lot of money in business, but then I lost most of it because of some destructive financial decisions that I made. And I made them because of my way of thinking about money and investing at that time. And our way of thinking always dictates our choices and our actions. I can say that I had a damaging philosophy about money and investing. Philosophy is a very powerful word. Webster's dictionary defines it as a theory or attitude that acts as a guiding principle for behavior. If you have a destructive philosophy in any area of your life, you are basically doomed in that area. That is why it is crucial that you get to know my financial success formula. In fact, if I had this philosophy at the start of my investing career, I would be at least $1 million richer. This formula is probably the most important wealth-building philosophy that you can adopt. It's the key to your financial success, and everything that I teach my kids about money revolves around this philosophy. So, here it is, the financial success formula. The formula states that you need money making plus investing skills to achieve financial success. Now, this sounds quite simplistic, but bear with me. If you want to be financially successful, you need to do two things. First, you need to be able to make money, unless you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, of course. And then the second thing you need to do is to know how to manage that money and invest a portion of it. And the key word in this formula is "and". If you are only good at one thing, it's not enough. Let me give you a famous example. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was exceptional at making money. Throughout his boxing career, he made $300 million. This could buy you 1,500 Lamborghinis or 40 luxury villas in California. And if you are like most people, you might think that with all that money, you are set for life and you can just live happily ever after. There is no way that you could ever have financial problems. But that was not the case for Mike Tyson. He was spending money like there was no tomorrow, buying things like 3 Bengal tigers and 110 luxury cars. His wild lifestyle and spending sprees led to his bankruptcy in 2003. In an interview that he had with The View in 2010, he said, "I'm totally destitute and broke." "How did that happen?" asked the reporter. "I had a lot of fun. It just happened," he responded. Well, it didn't just happen. The truth is that Tyson was not financially literate. He simply did not control his money, and he did not understand that he needed to invest a portion of the money he made. He did not understand that no matter how much you earn, your money simply cannot help you if you do not know how to keep it, how to manage it, and how to invest it. Mike Tyson was great at money making, but terrible at investing. Let me repeat. You need to take care of both sides of the equation to be financially successful. You need to have money making and investing skills to win the financial game of life. That is the first rule. But even that is not enough. Even though a lot of people try to take care of both parts of the equation, they unfortunately do it in the completely wrong way. And that makes them financial failures. Let's see how that happens and how to avoid it. There are two types of people in this world. Those who are financially successful and those who aren't. And their approaches to this formula are completely different. First, let's take a look at people who are not financially successful and ask ourselves what makes a person a financial failure. So, when does MM plus I make for financial failure? A while ago, I met one of my high school friends and we talked for a while. It was very interesting to listen to his philosophy about money. He told me that he had a corporate job where he made a lousy income with no prospects of promotion. So he wanted to buy a new car and he started to invest in binary options. This is a very risky, short-term trading strategy, very similar to gambling. Now, I tried to convince him that the only people making money with binary options were brokers, and then asked him why he hadn't instead learned some business skills and started a home-based business in his spare time. Now, his answer was really interesting. He said, "I thought about that, but it's too risky." My friend had the classical financial failure type of thinking. While he didn't want to risk improving his money-making skills, he had no trouble gambling his money away with binary options. Go figure. A person who is financial failure is not aggressive enough in the money-making part of the formula. He is scared to death of starting a part-time business. He is not taking wise, calculated risks. He's always on the safe side. If he tries a new money-making activity, he quickly gives up after just a first few obstacles. Instead of learning new money-making skills, he is watching the news on TV or gossiping with his friends. That is why he never even gets the chance to notably increase his income. And then we come to the investing side of the equation. The same person who is scared to death to start a new business or to take some calculated risks in the money-making part of the formula becomes a risk-taking maniac in the investing part of the formula. He starts to gamble with his money and make uneducated decisions. A neighbor tells him there is an opportunity to get a 30% guaranteed return from some obscure investment, and he takes it. He starts to trade stocks or currencies for a quick profit and jumps on the binary options trading wagon, while hoping to get rich quick. He spends hours per day sitting in front of his computer watching the charts. And then the inevitable happens. He loses his money because his neighbor's opportunity was a Ponzi scheme, and short-term trading is a losing game from the start. So, instead of getting rich quick, he loses most or even all of his invested money. And on top of that, he spends a lot of time doing it. Time that could be better spent learning new money-making skills. Now that we know what kind of behavior leads to becoming a financial failure, let's find out what it takes to become financially successful. The financial success formula for financially successful people looks like this. When it comes to their money-making activities, they are very assertive or aggressive. They take calculated risks. They learn new skills that allow them to make more money. If they fail, they get up and try again and again until they succeed. In other words, they draw their swords and attack until the battle is done. As for the investing part of the equation, they are very careful and conservative. They know that they need to invest to make their money work for them, but they only invest in opportunities that they understand. They don't try to beat the market with wild short-term trading or gambling. They don't make costly mistakes. They don't fall prey to financial predators and Ponzi schemes. And most important of all, they don't spend a lot of time investing. They understand that passive, long-term investing works much better than short-term gambling. All of this enables them to feel financially secure and confident about their financial life, with far-reaching consequences. Think about it. If you are not investing, if your net worth is zero or even in the negative territory, this will affect you, even if you think that it won't. It will affect how you see yourself, how confident you are, how you think, and ultimately how you act. Our mind is a very simple mechanism. If it sees proof of something, it will believe it's true. If it doesn't, then all the positive thinking and visualizations in the world will not help you. That is why my definition of a person who practices visualization and positive thinking without taking action is a broke loser. Now, your mind needs to see the raw reality, the reality where you are wisely managing your money and investing it, not just thinking about it. Someday will not cut it. If you are not already, you need to start investing right now to give your mind the proof that something is going in the right direction. When your brain sees the new reality, the snowball effect kicks in and you will start to make and invest more money. Let me summarize. Most people are very cautious when they need to make more money. They are afraid to start a new business. They are not assertive enough. They are not prepared to learn new business skills. But if you want to be financially successful, you need to be aggressive and risk-taking in the money-making part of the formula, but very careful and passive when you invest your money. Being passive in the investing part of the equation saves you a lot of time that you can then channel into your money-making activities, thus making more money. I cannot emphasize this concept enough. It is the key concept that you should use in your life if you want to be financially well off when you are still young to enjoy it.